So as I mentioned in the last session, we discussed about the string movement as one of the operation of your string operations. So today let us go with the string concatenation. Let's get into the next case studies. Also the string concatenation. I hope I don't have to tell you something. What do you mean by concatenation? Just a means of combining the two different strings. A general story, a general knowledge about it. I hope you guys have it. Right now, for your understanding, I'll just consider I'll just write only SICXE. That's much better. Okay, so and for an example, I'll just take one example right here. Okay, I'll consider two strings. Right, so I'll say string 1 is equal to I'll go with Naveen itself, whereas I'll have one more string as you can have anything, my dear. I'll just say Chandra. So two strings I'm considering. Naveen is one string, Chandra is the other string. I wanted to concat those two and store the result into the string 3. Is it clear? Yes. So this is what I want to do. String 1 and string 2 has to be concatenated, and the resultant I'm trying to put it into the string 3. Right, so in that perspective, again, as I mentioned in the previous topic itself, this string is a continuous collection of characters. So here, even though I have a Naveen and the Chandra, which has nothing to do with the character to the other character, there is no such kind of relation. So here, for your understanding, what I'll do, I'll just let me write here. Right, so this is what N A V E E N. So this is what Naveen has, Naveen is in this way, which are purely independent characters. Totally, how many characters are there? Yes, correct. 6. So if I say indexes, how they are indexed with the position. So I'll just say that. So for your understanding, let me give different color for this. Right, indexes. So definitely start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, because there are 6 characters, so indexing from 0 to 5. Clear? This is what string 1, is it not? This is what string 1. The same way string 2. Right, so I'll just take up for string 2 as well. Okay, so here I'll just go with the string 2 characters like C, H, A, N, D, R, A. So yeah, I need one more row at the right side. So this is what A, is it not? Like this, I have the second string as well. And how many characters it has? You can observe it has totally 7 characters. Right, string 2 has totally 7 characters. In the same way, I can also go with the indexes for this as well. So for these characters, the indexes are also start from 0 itself, because the string 1 and string 2 are not dependent, right? So you can't say that the index will continue. No, it's not need to be continued. It's a separate string. String 1 is separate, string 2 is separate, right? So in that perspective, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it not? So I'm just first, if you can able to understand the theoretical point, then understanding the programming is not that difficult. Okay, now think practically, my dear students. Right here, if I want to combine these two strings, string 1 and the string 2, making the resultant to be stored into the string 3, in that perspective, okay, in that perspective, I need a space of how many characters, because as I am combining string 1 and string 2, I know that string 1 has 6 characters and string 2 has 7 characters. So totally I need 13 spaces or 13 character spaces if I don't include the space in between the first string and second string, because string 1 has 6 characters, string 2 has 7 characters. So totally I need 13 characters spaces, 13 character space, which is nothing as 13 bytes I want it. Is it not? So for that purpose itself, so what I'll just do, let me insert a table. Okay, I'll just go with, so column is as usual, I'll say 1, and rows is row is 1, column is 13. That's true. right? So now I'll be, see, this is what I'm in my example, this is what the string 3, okay, this is what the string, the space which I am you know having for the string 3. So totally I am allocating for 13 character spaces. Why 13 character spaces? Because string 1 has 6 characters, string 2 has 7 characters. So I am allocating 13 character spaces. I repeat, I am allocating 13 character spaces. Still I don't know what will be the content inside that. And also I am thinking that continuously I am concatenating Naveen and Chandra, which will be continuous keyword in my example. So my dear students, let me also code together. Okay, if anybody has any query, you can ask me, my dear students. Right, I'll just place here. So as you can observe, string 1, okay, this is, I'll say string 1. As I know the content of string 1, so I'll be using the assembly directive byte. And what are those characters? It is, I'll be knowing Naveen, because I know that content. In the same way, string 2 byte C Chandra, is it not? Whereas when it comes to string 3, I don't know what would be the content, so I'll be just only allocating memory space. And how many bytes I'll be allocating, my dear? I'll be allocating 13. The reason that Naveen has 6 and Chandra has 7, so totally I need 13 character spaces. So I'll be just allocating 13 spaces for the string 3 as well. So am I getting? Yes. Now, so this is what string 3 is ready. Even if you want the respective indexes of string 3, right? The indexes for the string 3 as well, I'll just give this. So indexes would be what? It will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12, because total 13 characters, so the indexes would be 0 to 12. Clear? So this is how you have. Try to understand, my dear. Right? Now let us do what we are going to do. As usual, first I'll be having a start instruction, for which I'll just give the name like anything, concat. Okay, concat is my name of the program, followed by stat, and the starting address, let me code anything 4500, anything for that matter, right? So again I'll initialize the X register to be 0. I'll just initialize, it is the same as initializing to the 0th location, right? Then so here if you observe, as first what I'll do, first I'll push the content of string 1 onto the string 3. And if I want to push the content of string 1 onto the string 3, as we discussed in the previous example, it is just a movement of string movement from string 1 onto the string 3. So how many characters I want to move? It is total 6 characters. So I need a maximum count which is 6. So I'll just initialize that register T with the 6. The reason why I am initializing with the 6, I hope you are clear. If not, you can ask me. It is for the reason that I need to repeat the loop for 6 times for moving the 6 characters one after the other. I repeat, I need to move the characters one after the other for 6 times. So in that perspective, I have initialized the T register with the 6. Then later, now let us start the process of LDCH from the string 1. Okay, from the string 1 comma X, I'll be pushing onto the accumulate register. The same thing I'll be pushing onto the string 2 as well, comma X, the string movement which I have shown in the previous example. You can refer that. Okay, string 2 comma X. Again, as usual, I'll just say TIXR, just an implementation with the register T. What is T? T is the 6. So 6 times it will be keep repeating. If it is less than, so I'll just jump to the loop. I'll say loop 1. Where is that loop 1? Here I'll be giving the label as loop 1. So it will jump to this loop 1 and it will be keep continuing or repeating. Okay, it will be keep repeating for 6 times for moving the content of, okay, for moving the content of string 1 onto the string 3. By the end of this, so this way in this process, what it is happening, the characters from the string 1 are being moved onto the string 3. right? Now it is done, is it not? Now once after you already move the content of string 1 onto the string 3, now you need to move the string 2 onto the string 3. This is quite different from the previous example, because still now what we did is only string movement, is it not? We did the string movement from string 1 to the string 3, but right now what we are going to show is somewhat different, because we have to take up the scenario such that from the string 2, in the character at the index 0 has to move to the index 6 in the string 3. I repeat, what you are from where you are moving, from the string 2 with the index 0, that character has to go to the string 3 with the index 6. So when you move from the string 1 to the string 3, the indexes of the source string and also the destination strings are same, but right now the indexes of the source string and the destination string are quite different. As they are different, so you can't do the normal process however you did for the string 1 to the string 3. You need a different tactics. So what I'm going to do right now, my dear students, okay, what I'm going to do right now in the sense, I'll just again as usual I'll initialize this x. Okay, I'll just get back the x to the, I'll just initialize the x as 0 itself, because I want again it has to point back to the 0th index in the string 2, right? Because it has to point to this character c, which I want to move from string 2 to the string 3, right? So in that perspective I'm initializing ldx hash 0, right? Is it not? I'm initializing ldx hash 0. Then later what I will do, anyhow, okay, fine. So now x has become 0. So what I will do right now, I'll say ldch string 2 comma, okay, here it is string 3, my dear, sorry, this is string 3. Now string 2 comma x. When you do this string 2 comma x, what has happened? The character from the string 2, which is c, is moved to the accumulator register. That I have to place. What is the current value of x, my dear? It is a 0. That I have to place it onto the string 3, where the x is pointed to the 6, not to the 0. Where is that 6 right now? That is a quite interesting. So what I'm going to do right now, my dear, so here what I'll do, I'll just place the current value of x. What is the current value of x? Current value of x is 0. I'll just place that current value of x into some variable. I'll just say incr. I'll just place into some variable which is incr. What is the current value of x? It is the 0. I'm placing into the incr. If you ask me what is that incr, I'll just declare here incr, okay, with the resw. I don't know what is that value, so I'll just allocate one word of memory space. Later I'll be using here as increment, right? So the current value of x I'm pushing onto the increment. Then later, now I'll just initialize. Then now I'll initialize the x. Otherwise, either I can make use of rmo, which is register move. It is not remove. rmo t comma x. Is it clear? I'll say rmo t comma x. So now the x value is what? T value. What is the t value? What was t value? It is 6. Is it not? The value of t is 6. So t value has become x value has become 6. Now what I'll do, stch string 3 comma x. Are you getting this? So now what has become stch string 3 comma x. So current value of x is what? It is 6. So this c has pushed on to the string 3 at the location where? At the location 6. So here it is c. Did you get this? This is quite easy. It's not that difficult, but you need to understand the logic behind it. Are you getting? Any problem? Yes? Okay, we'll go ahead. Right? So what has happened? The character it was at the 0th location. It has been pushed on to the 6th location of string 3. Then now I need to go back, right? So I need to go back. So based on what I need to go back, and what is the condition I need to check it. So that is where you have to think right now, because the current value of x is what, my dear? The current value of x is 6 right now. Now I need to do 2 increments. This 0 here, you need to make it as 1. So like this, where was 0? Where 0 is in the INCR, that I have to make it to be 1 so that it can point here. At the same time, the T which has 6, that also I have to increment so that it has to become 7. Right? So two incrementation has to happen. Incrementing this 0 to 1 and 6 to 7. Both should happen. I repeat, both should happen. For that case itself, what I will do, I can directly make use of add R. Okay. Here itself at the beginning, I'll just have one more register declaration here. As I'll say LDS hash 1, because every time I have to increment 1, right? So I'll be having hash 1 here itself. So I'll just minimize this. Right? So I'll say LDS hash 1. So here I'll say S, T. What was the current earlier value of T? It was 6. Now it has become 7. Is it not? Because S is added to the T. What is S? It is 1. 1 is added to the 6. It has become 7. So the current value of T is 7. Right? At the same time, what I'll do, I'll just add, I'll push the INCR value onto the X register, which is LDX INCR. What is the current value of INCR? It is 0. That I am pushing onto the X register. Okay. Now again. Okay. So that again I'll add one more. Okay. So here again I will say TIX, where it is test and increment. You will be incrementing the X. What is the current value of X? It was 0, now it is incremented to 1, and compare with the, I'll say max. What is this max means? I'll just initialize. So I hope it is all visible whatever I am typing here. Okay, I'll just initialize that max width. I'll initialize that max, because how many times I have to repeat this? I need to, until I will be pushing the content of string 2 onto string 2 content onto the string 3, right? How many characters does the string 2 have? 7 characters. So I'll be initializing that with the 7. Is it not? So I'll be incrementing X. Now 0 has become 1. Compare with the 7. If it is less than JLT, I'll say loop 2. Where is it loop? Where you will be having this loop 2? Loop 2 you have to supposed to give here. This is where I will be giving the label as loop 2. Right? So this will, you will be keep on continuing this loop 2 until when? Until you reach to this character, last character of string 2, until all these characters are moved to the string 3, you will be continuing. Once you reach to the 7th location, so you will stop this process. So in that way, so you'll be moving the content of string 1 onto the string 3, then you'll start moving the content of string 2 onto the string 3. Clear?